Yo, what's going on, guys? It's J-Mass, and I'm back again with another dope New England adventure. So as you guys could probably tell, I'm actually standing on top of an abandoned railroad bridge right across the Merrimack River. And I'm actually in the former manufacturing city of Lawrence, Massachusetts. This was a super important industrial hub from the 19th century, has so many mills and factories, although today most of them are abandoned. But we're actually going to be checking out one of these abandoned mills, the Merrimac Paper Company. This was an important paper mill from the 19th century. It was founded in 1866, and it ran all the way until 2005 until it was abandoned. There was actually a huge fire back in 2014, and ever since then, the Merrimac Paper Company building has been completely ravaged and destroyed. Now, I've been there before a couple years ago, I think 2016. So this is gonna be the first time I'm checking it out in years. But I'm excited, it's a really cool place. The Merrimac Paper Company in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Super decrepit abandoned building, but lots of history to it. And it'll give you a little insight into Lawrence's rich manufacturing history. Because as I said, this was one of the most important industrial hubs in America in the 1800s. So let's go check it out. Merrimac Paper Company in Lawrence, Massachusetts. So guys, this is the very start of the Merrimac Paper Company's abandoned mill. But before we make our way in, I just want to make a few things clear about this. I very highly would not recommend coming here. So major disclaimer, do not come here on your own or even with other people. It's a very risky place, very dangerous. Would not recommend coming here at all. That being said, I'm going to continue filming and show you guys around, so enjoy the content and view at your own discretion and do not come here. So just to give you guys an interesting fact as I make my way over to the mill building itself, apparently the city of Lawrence, after the 2014 fire, actually had some plans to redevelop this site. As you could probably tell, it's just completely destroyed, decrepit, overgrown. So they wanted to make use of it because it's right in the center of the city. It's kind of an eyesore. So by 2019, the city of Lawrence actually had plans to redevelop the site, put something else here. But eventually the plans just fell through and it never really happened, never came to fruition. And that's why the Merrimac Paper Company's building and the overgrown site is still here. I don't know if there's any plans to continue with the development process. I don't think there is, to be honest. I think the city of Lawrence is just going to neglect this site. But that being said, that gives us a chance to check it out. The Merrimac Paper Company building. As you can see, even though there was a fire here, and it's very obvious there was a fire, still relatively intact. Let's check it out. All right, let's take a look and see what's inside here. Looks like this is one of the big rooms in the mill. Wow. It's crazy how fucking decrepit this place is. I mean, really. This is one of the most poorest condition buildings I've been in. And it is kind of crazy to me that the city of Lawrence never went through with the redevelopment, because while for an urbexer like me, this is fun to visit, in reality, this is a really dangerous place and definitely a blight on downtown Lawrence. So it's kind of crazy they didn't take the initiative to do that. But still really cool place to explore and check out. Gives you a feel of what this place was like in its prime. Another thing I want to mention as I make my way around here, and this is really important, there are a lot of homeless encampments in this area. As I was actually making my way over, I saw a couple homeless tents. Obviously, I didn't really want to film that or put it on camera, but just something to be wary of. Another reason you shouldn't come here. It is quite dangerous, quite notorious for having lots of squatters, I guess. So I'm going to be very cautious here. And again, you should not come here for that reason. Lots of squatters potentially living in this place. So there are definitely certain spots I'm not going to enter for that reason. But holy shit, look at this. This is just a straight up collapse. Wow. All that rotted wood. And it's kind of interesting because there are certain points where it looks almost like ruins, you know, like there was like an earthquake or a bomb or something. Like, look at this, all the brick just torn down. It's crazy. This place is in severe disrepair. One thing I noticed right here was it looks like there's a little entrance down there. Some sort of bunker. I'll have to check that out in a little bit. This is a crazy place, guys. This is one of the most decrepit places I've ever been. I mean, I haven't been here since 2016, so definitely looks like it's just gotten worse with age. You know, I've just been walking around this whole entire building, and there's so much evidence of squatters either having lived here or living here currently. As you see, as I enter this room right here, there's literally just a lamp, a bottle of honey, and shoes, all in pretty good condition. They don't look that old. Of course, there's cans and all this shit everywhere. Ugh, it's crazy. I'll be honest, it's making me a little nervous walking around this place. It's definitely very dangerous, and don't get me wrong, I'm well aware, probably should not be doing this, but it's interesting. I don't know. I like checking out. I like checking it out for the history. It's all about the history for me. You know, as I said, this was an 1866 paper mill. Now they produced, you know, paper from tree pulp and other stuff here. Lawrence in general was just an extremely important industrial hub. They had textile mills, manufacturing factories, and of course this paper mill. It's kind of like Lowell, if you know Lowell, Massachusetts. Just the entire Merrimack River in general was a super important hub for industrial cities during the 1800s when America was entering its industrial revolution. And unfortunately, since most of our factories and mills nowadays are overseas, we don't really have many in America anymore. So a lot of cities like Lawrence today are just in rough condition, because they lost a lot of their economic viability via their factories and mills, which now lay abandoned and dormant. It is kind of sad in a way. I forget exactly how many people, but I think I read online that there were like over 500 people employed at this place. I don't remember. I'll put it down below, but at least over 500 people were employed at this paper mill before it shut down. So it was a very big, bustling company. Yeah, this place is fucking massive. This is huge. I'm really surprised by how big this place is. Again, I've been here before, but... Oh, and you can also peek down there. Look at that. I can't even tell when that ends. It just goes down. Another, was this like a chute? This is crazy, guys. So I just want to make it pretty clear, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to be checking every single nook and cranny of this place. There's actually quite a lot to see. This could easily be a 30-minute video, and in a perfect world I'd love to do that, but I'm a little uneasy about checking every single spot of this factory for obvious reasons. So I'm just gonna be doing a basic walkthrough of it, you know, checking out the main areas. Maybe I'll, you know, dive into a couple bunkers here and there, but I'm just letting you know, this is a absolutely massive place. I mean, there's a top floor above me, there's a bottom floor below me. There's a lot to see, a lot to do. Again, I would love to do that, but it's just a very risky, dangerous place, and as I mentioned many times, potentially squatters living here. Oh, look at this. Wow. Big ass hole in the ground. So I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, walking through. For such a big place, just letting you know why this might be a relatively short video for its size. Oh, you guys hear that water? Sounds like there's a waterfall over here. Let's check that out. Yeah, there's like a waterfall or something down here. I can't even tell what's going on. My best guess is that that must be the Merrimack River below us, because this mill is right alongside a river. But I don't know. Sounds like, I mean, it's definitely water rushing, but I can't see anything. So my best guess is that that's the Merrimack River right below us, which again is the river that flows through the city of Lawrence and is right beside this this paper mill. That's a view outside. Again, as you can see, huge place. There's another extension over there. Absolutely fucking monolithic building. It's crazy. These mills are always huge. You know, I live nearby the city of Lowell, which is another really important industrial hub of America's history. Lowell doesn't have as many abandoned mills anymore, but they used to. And Lowell's mills are fucking huge. And Lawrence is no different. Lawrence has a ton of massive mills. They're really big. This is just one of them, although it's also one in very serious disrepair, thanks to the 2014 fire in large part. What's over here? A little courtyard area. I think I will go this way for now. There's also a lot of, actually, well, I don't want to say a lot. There's graffiti, but I feel like the graffiti is relatively few and far between. Yeah, look at this, guys. Just got a little nervous, thought I heard someone for a second. Yo, that's Pepe Le Pew. Hey Pepe, what's up? Big fan. God, this place just keeps going. It's massive. Sorry, I thought I heard someone, but. So over here, I actually do recognize so last time I came here to the Merrimac Paper Company, I actually started on this end right here. I came with two of my friends and we didn't really go that deep into the building. We kind of stopped here, but this is where we ended up. So this I remember very vividly. This must have been like some sort of truck loading zone, I think. But yeah, still in great disrepair. I mean, you can even see some of the charred wood, you know, the remains of the fire. Again, it was a very, very devastating fire. But it was abandoned prior to the fire. Lots of clothing and shit. Wow. There's actually some pretty nice artwork here, like that. I've said this in previous videos, like, I don't mind graffiti if, like, you know, it's not too, like, if it's not overtaking the place and it's actually in pretty good quality. Like, that's a really nice drawing. That's not bad. How am I gonna hate that, you know? But I definitely don't like graffiti when it just completely overpowers an abandoned place. God damn. I'm just in awe of how big this place is. This is really, really fucking huge. Looks like this right here was probably once a truck loading dock. They probably had trucks pull in here, you know, loaded, unloaded. And of course, there's so many rooms and little pathways and walkways. You know, as I mentioned, I don't want to go too crazy in this place. Genuinely makes me feel kind of uneasy. But, oh, I'm so tempted. I want to check out every last spot. But I also don't want to get killed, so. Oh, is that an old computer? Wow. Okay, someone was definitely living in here. I also don't want to make it sound either, by the way. I don't want to make it sound like I'm poking fun at anything. It is a very serious situation, and you know, the fact that some people are driven to the point where they have to live in conditions and environments like this is actually upsetting. I love the city of Lawrence. I think Lawrence has a lot of history and culture, and I think it gets a really bad reputation. That being said, there is definitely a very big problem for homelessness in Lawrence, and I definitely feel bad about it. And again, the fact that people have to be driven to the point where they have to live inside an abandoned mill is upsetting, and I feel bad for them. Yeah, this place just keeps going and going. Well, I think I'm gonna head back to the very front where I started. Take a little bit more of a look around the outside, and then I think we're probably gonna call it quits. But yeah, very cool place, guys, the Merrimac Paper Company. Abandoned since 2005. Real quick, I just want to take a peek over here. I saw this little courtyard area I was kind of interested in. Gotta jump down. Oh, that's the basement below. Authorized personnel only. I'm not an authorized personnel, so I'm gonna stay out of there. Yeah, so here's like a little courtyard area. This is kind of cool. Right in the middle. I mean, I'm surrounded on all four sides by buildings. So this is a courtyard. I don't know what was here, but my guess is maybe this is where like workers took lunch. I don't really know, but kind of cool. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm not really comfortable going in there. Now, as I said earlier, you'll notice there are very many spots where, you know, it looks like people lived there. This is another example. With the way these curtains are hung up, definitely looks like this was someone's temporary home. The thing is, I don't know if they're home right now, so I'm gonna keep moving. So this is the outside of the paper company once again. I'm tempted. Let's just take a quick look. See what's down here. Whoa, did not feel sturdy. I don't know how well you guys can see. I don't have my flash on right now, but this is the bottom of where we just were up top. This is the basement area. You got lots of these brick arches holding the building up. So still has a bit of structural integrity. But you also got a couple of mattresses, you know, bottles, food everywhere. I don't know how many times I can say it, but this place is not safe to check out. Yeah, that place is vast though. Huge down there. If I was braver, I'd probably go check it out a little bit more. And then there's this little bunker. I assume that just goes down there too. I'm not gonna really bother. This I really like though. This is kind of cool. This just reminds me of like ruins, you know? Okay guys, we're back outside again at the very front of the mill. Just wanted to take another peek over here before I head out. Probably don't want to be here any longer than I should. So it looks like they got a lot of machinery out here, you know, a lot of scrap metal rusted away by time. Actually, a huge pile of scrap metal. All rusty though. I don't know if that's worth it now. But then they got this massive machine right here. Genuinely no clue what it is, but it's huge. If you know what it is, let me know below. I'd be interested. Yeah, they have a lot of scrap metal. Holy shit. You probably remember from the start of my video when I was walking over here, there was that big pile. That's actually this pile. It just goes all the way back here. Of course, lots of wood here. Yeah, this place is in very poor condition. I mean, I'm surprised a lot of the building's still standing, you know? And again, I'm surprised it hasn't been redeveloped or torn down. It's probably only a matter of time before this place gets torn down. You know what I'm saying? So maybe someday this video will just exist as a time capsule of the Merrimack Paper Company, which I guess would be pretty cool, but also kind of sad, as that would be losing a piece of history. That's one of the things I don't like about historic places getting torn down, is while they might be structurally unsafe, it's like you're losing a piece of American history. One final thing I wanted to show you guys before I leave, right near the scrap metal pile, looks like there's actually some underground bunkers right here. If you don't remember what this is a giant concrete foundation, big slab right here. I thought it was just a foundation, but it looks like there are actually places under here. They're all boarded up though. And again, looks like there were people living here, so I don't want to get too nosy, but just letting you know there is something down here. I don't know what it is. And right over there is the Merrimack River. Trying to see if we can get a good view of that, because that's kind of cool. Yeah, Merrimack River. Flowing right through the city of Lawrence. Pretty cool, guys. Glad we checked this out. I'm gonna make my way out of here and I'll sign out of the video. I'll try to go to the very front where the Merrimack Paper Company sign is, so you can get a look at that. Hey, thank you guys for joining me again. I've been Jay Mass as always, and this has been another really fun New England adventure. As you can see right behind me at the Merrimack Paper Company. The Merrimack Paper Company. The abandoned paper mill that we just checked out here in the city of Lawrence, Massachusetts. Very interesting place, but also kind of creepy, very uneasy. Again, would not recommend coming here at all. Don't come here. Just look at my video and enjoy the history and architecture of this place. Really interesting. Was founded in 1866, abandoned in 2005, and sustained a devastating fire in 2014. Somehow the city of Lawrence hasn't, or probably isn't, going to redevelop this, so probably going to be here for some time. The Merrimack Paper Company. Really cool place. Also just want to show you guys really quick, right behind me, that's the famous Ayer Mill here in Lawrence, very famous building. And also this is one of Lawrence's many canals. They have a canal system here to route water from the Merrimack through the city. Pretty cool place. But yeah, I've been Jay Mass as always. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to follow me at JMassOfficial on Instagram. That's at JMassOfficial on Instagram. I've been Jay Mass, Lawrence, Massachusetts, Merrimack Paper Company. And I'll catch you guys on the next New England adventure. See ya.